welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really fundamental about influence. It's about restraint.
Yeah, the power of, well, saying less. The core idea we found is the more you talk, especially trying to impress.
The more ordinary you seem, and you actually project less control.
Exactly. It's about understanding that powerful people often impress just by holding back. Even vague statements can suddenly seem profound.
Sphinx-like, almost.
Right. Makes them seem original, intimidating.
Okay, so it's high-stakes stuff, because words, once they're out.
You can't take them back. Ever.
So where does this strategy, this restraint, really start working for you?
It begins with controlling what you reveal. If people can't figure out your intentions easily.
You keep the upper hand.
Precisely.
Right.
And silence itself becomes a tool. It makes other people nervous.
Uncomfortable?
Yeah, they feel this pressure to fill the silence, and often they end up blurting out things about themselves, their weaknesses.
Revealing their own hand, basically. Okay, but how do you pull that off without just seeming awkward? Who's a good example of this?
Oh, the classic case has to be Louis XIV, the Sun King.
Right.
His ministers would apparently argue, lay out all their cards.
Trying to get a decision, I bet.
Exactly. But Louis, especially later, became known for just listening, saying very little.
I remember reading his go-to response was something like, I shall see.
That's the one. I shall see. Just 4 words. No explanation.
Wow.
Kept everyone completely off balance, terrified even. His silence, his sparseness made every little thing he did say seem incredibly important.
It's not just for kings, though. There's that story about Michael Arlen, the screenwriter.
Oh, yeah, great one. He was struggling, runs into Louis V. Mayer, the studio head. Mayer asks about some other offer Arlen supposedly had.
And Arlen doesn't give details. He just says,
not enough.
that's it. Not enough. Bold move. Risky.
Hugely risky. But it worked. Mayer, worried he'd miss out, assuming the other offer was huge,
Just ups the ante himself.
instantly offered him a $15,000 contract. Just like that. Power through ambiguity.
Okay, so that's the upside. But what about the danger zone? Talking too much.
Right, the transgression. The classic example here is Coriolanus, the Roman hero.
Military legend, right. But mostly known by reputation, not his words.
Exactly. His mystique was built on, well, silence and scars. People hadn't really heard him speak much. Then he decides to run for office, and suddenly he can't stop talking. Long speeches, boasting, insulting everyone.
So the legend sort of crumbled.
Completely. People saw him not as a god, but just a common braggart. Couldn't control his own mouth.
And the fallout was huge. Banishment, wasn't it?
Yeah, total banishment. And sometimes saying too much is, well, fatal. Look at Ryleyev, the Russian Decembrist leader.
The execution story, where the rope broke.
That's it. 1825, the rope snaps. Usually that means a pardon, like divine intervention.
A second chance. He should have just kept quiet.
You'd think. But no. He gets up, brushes himself off, and shouts to the crowd something like,
In Russia, they can't even make rope properly. Sarcasm, right when he might be spared.
terrible timing. The comment gets back to Tsar Nicholas I, who was literally about to sign the pardon.
And he tears it up.
Tears it up, orders the execution redone, successfully this time. All because Ryleyev couldn't resist that one last sarcastic remark.
Oof. That's a stark warning. And this applies even now, doesn't it? Like in art.
Oh, absolutely. Think Andy Warhol or Marcel Duchamp. They were masters of ambiguity.
Vague statements or just silence?
Yeah. Letting others project meaning onto their work, it actually increased the perceived value, the mystique.
Okay, so pulling this all together for you listening.
The main takeaway seems pretty clear. Mastering your tongue, knowing when not to speak, is a huge part of mastering yourself and holding on to power.
But wait, there's always a twist, isn't there? A sort of a reversal to consider. Is silence always the right move?
Good point. No, not always. Sometimes, especially with people above you, being too quiet can actually make them suspicious or insecure.
Right, they might wonder what you're hiding.
Exactly. So in those situations, sometimes the smarter play is, believe it or not, to talk more.
Like a court jester.
Kinda, yeah. Use words as a smokescreen. Babble seem harmless, maybe even a bit foolish.
So people underestimate you.
Precisely. They see you as less of a threat, maybe less intelligent than you are, and it allows your real plans, maybe even deception, to just fly under the radar. Fascinating stuff to think about.